Look at that. How quick is he? I went to an MLS game in Canada, Vancouver Whitecaps, and they were selling popcorn. Just shut up and go. Mitoma has Trent Alexander-Arnold's number. Here's some older clips of him where you can see he attacks the space. He can go left, he can go right. He is such a good player. He is such a good dribbler. He makes okay defenders look terrible. I was going to say he makes great defenders look terrible, but I don't know if Trent is a great defender, if I'm being honest, but it doesn't matter. He can do that to anybody. He's shimmying, his reversal, his agility, he can go left, he can go right. He's got the final ball already. Look at this. I mean, his pace when he cuts inside, which, look at that. How quick is he? This is what I like. He reminds me of Suarez, if you know what I mean, coming in off that left-hand side. And there was moments sort of like this with Suarez. You used to think, how has he got there? How has he got to the byline? But he just somehow manages to do it. And what I like about Mitoma is the final ball's already there. He's 25. Jesus Christ. That must be in Japan where he was just tearing up. He's so good. And again, it just shows what Brighton are like in terms of bringing players in. There's talk today. We've got a day left of the transfer window. There's talk that they've rejected a £70 million bid for Caicedo. Don't know what they're holding out for, what they think they're going to get for him. If someone's willing to pay 80 million for Caicedo, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I just find these prices at the minute just a bit mental, to be honest. Ryan Reynolds, one of the owners of Wrexham, said this was the most exciting thing he'd ever seen, or one of the most exciting things he's ever seen. And if you've been to America, and I've been to America and Canada, the sports are just fundamentally different there. It's not a dig or anything, but I went to an MLS game in Canada, Vancouver Whitecaps, and they were selling popcorn. And the atmosphere is kind of like chitter-chatter, just people talking and just having a fun time. No intensity, really. And coming from that, or if you were used to that, and then coming to a game like this, under the lights, tight, compact stadium, not even finished, by the way. They're doing some work, aren't they, on the stadium? You can see there in the background. Coming to an atmosphere like this and a game like this, a dramatic game like this, they conceded very late to make it 3-3, but it earns them a replay, which is more exposure for Wrexham. I hope they're still recording the what's it called? The Only Way is Wrexham. Welcome to Wrexham. One of those kind of names for a TV show, but they'll be proud of how they did Wrexham. It's not exactly fairy tale, is it, because of the money that they've spent, but still, it's good to see a team in the National League playing with this kind of confidence and taking it to a championship team that, as well, is playing very well. It's going to be a tough game at Bramall Lane for them, but they'll be right up for it, and they'll play on the front foot as they did yesterday. I do find this very ironic. Antony Gordon here in his new Newcastle shirt, £45 million transfer. The first thing he said when he signed for the club is, in a message to Everton fans, you've got to stick by the team. Just remember to stick by the team. That's the most important thing. I'm gone now. I've left. I've bailed at the first chance in January. You're joint bottom of the league. But remember, you've got to stick by the team, Everton fans. He's not exactly leading by example there, is he? He has bailed on Everton, on his boyhood club. This time last year, he was one of their own, rising star, Everton's future. He's gone, and he's jumped at the first opportunity. He's thrown his toys out the pram this season a little bit. He's not been playing under Lampard. He knew that Newcastle were interested, and Chelsea from the summer. He's been waiting to get away from Everton, and for him to just come out and say, by the way, you've got to stick by the team, I just think it's a bit ironic. And can you really take anything that footballers say these days to mean anything at all, ever? Seriously, I mean, is he even the one writing it? That's what you've got to ask. We just don't know these days. If I was an Everton fan, I would read these words and I would just think, just go. Just shut up and go.